Welcome to the building blocks of SAP Business Technology Platform. Today we'll explore SAP BTP's core architecture. This means understanding how SAP BTP's key components fit together to form a cohesive platform. For example, think of it like building a house. You need a foundation, utilities, and rooms. Similarly, BTP has infrastructure, services, and applications working in harmony. This foundation enables you to build and extend business solutions effectively. Think of it like a well-organized apartment building. Each floor offers specific services like security, plumbing, or internet that residents can use without building them from scratch. For example, a developer can use BTP's authentication service instead of coding their own. This modular approach simplifies creating secure, scalable applications efficiently. You'll learn how all the pieces fit together. This means understanding how different SAP BTP services connect to solve business problems. For example, using SAP Integration Suite to link your SAP S cloud system with external applications for seamless data flow. This foundational knowledge will enable you to design complete, effective solutions. This foundation will help you navigate confidently. Think of it as your BTP roadmap. Once you understand these core components, you'll know exactly how to build and combine solutions. For instance, knowing the difference between databases and app services lets you choose the right tool for a customer portal. Mastering these basics ensures you can tackle any project with clarity. Why architecture matters for enterprise success. Understanding the structure helps you navigate the platform. This means knowing how different services like analytics and databases fit together so you can efficiently build solutions. For example, just like a map helps you find the right store in a mall, this knowledge directs you to the correct BTP service for your needs. Mastering this structure is essential for effective platform use. You'll see how different services work together. This means understanding how SAP BTP components connect to solve business problems. For example, the SAP HANA database can store data that the SAP Analytics Cloud service then visualizes in reports. This integration is key to building effective solutions. It makes your administration tasks easier. Good architecture organizes your system so routine jobs like user access and updates are simpler and faster. For example, you can manage all your team's permissions from one central place instead of many separate systems. This saves you time and reduces errors, letting you focus on more important work. You'll know where to find what you need. This means the architecture acts as your guide, so you can quickly locate services or tools without confusion. For example, when needing user authentication, you'll know to check the security area in your BTE account. This saves time and reduces frustration during development. The four-layer model for SAP BTE architecture. SAP BTP has four main architectural layers. These are the foundational building blocks, the runtime, database, user interface, and integration layers. For instance, a mobile app uses the UI layer, connects to the database layer, and runs on the runtime layer. This layered structure ensures a robust and scalable platform for all your applications. Each layer serves a specific purpose. This means every layer has a distinct job, like a team where each member has a unique role. For example, in a smart car, one layer handles sensors, another processes data, one manages user display, and another connects to cloud services. This separation ensures that the system is organized, scalable, and efficient. They work together like floors in a building. Each layer supports the one above it, building from foundational data up to user interaction. For example, a retail app uses data storage, processes sales logic, manages services like inventory, and displays the interface. This layered approach ensures stability and scalability for your applications. We'll explore each one step by step. This means I'll guide you through each layer clearly and in order. For instance, think of building a house. First the foundation, then structure, followed by systems, and finally the interior. This approach ensures you build a solid understanding of SAP BTP's architecture from the ground up. Layer 1, the foundation, infrastructure as a service. This is the building's foundation and structure. It provides the essential physical and virtual resources like servers, storage, and networking that all other services run on. For instance, it's like the land, concrete, and steel framework of a skyscraper. Everything you build in the cloud relies on this stable underlying base. Provides computing power, storage, and networking. This means SAP BTP supplies the basic digital resources needed to run applications, just like physical servers and cables. For example, it can host your application's data and ensure it communicates securely over the internet. This infrastructure is the essential bedrock for everything built on the platform. Like the concrete, pipes, and wiring in a building. This means it provides the fundamental physical and virtual resources, such as servers, storage, and networks, that everything else runs on. For example, it's the servers in a data center hosting your applications. This essential layer supports all the higher-level services you will use. You don't see it, but everything depends on it. This means the physical servers, storage, and networks are the hidden base. For example, your application's data is securely stored on these invisible servers. All the software and services above rely on this stable, unseen foundation. Layer 2, the core platform as a service. This is where you build and run applications. It provides the essential tools and services for developing and operating software, like databases and runtime environments. For example, you could build a custom employee portal that runs securely here. This core layer is the foundation for all your custom applications on SAP BTP. Provides development tools and runtime environments. This means SAP BTP gives you everything needed to build, test, and run your own custom applications. For example, a developer can use these tools to create a new employee onboarding app that runs securely on the platform. This core service transforms how you build and operate modern business applications. Like the apartments and common areas in a building. This means SAP BTP provides the foundational, shared spaces and structures where you build and run your applications, just as a building offers individual units and shared amenities. For example, you can develop a custom HR app here using provided databases and security features. This core layer hosts all your solutions securely, where most of your daily work happens. This is the hands-on layer where you build, integrate, and extend applications using SAP's development tools and services. For example, you could use the Business Application Studio here to create a custom app that automates a reporting process. This core environment is essential for bringing your specific business solutions to life. Layer 3. Business Services, also known as SaaS. Ready-to-use business applications and services. These are pre-built solutions you can immediately adopt without development, like subscribing to software. For instance, SAP SuccessFactors is a ready-to-use HR application for managing employee data and processes. This allows your business to quickly gain value from specialized functions without building them. The bullet is pre-built solutions for common business needs. This means SAP provides ready-to-use applications, so you don't build from scratch. For example, a pre-built travel expense app manages approvals and payments automatically. This allows companies to quickly address standard processes and focus on their unique innovations. Like furnished apartments with everything included. This means you get a complete, ready-to-use application without building or maintaining the underlying infrastructure. For example, SAP SuccessFactors provides a full HR management system as a service, accessible immediately. You simply subscribe and start using it right away, focusing solely on your business needs. You can use them immediately without building from scratch. This means these services are pre-built and ready for use. For example, the SAP Analytics Cloud service provides instant dashboards without custom development. This accelerates your time to value significantly. Cross-cutting services form our fourth foundational layer. Services that work across all layers. These are capabilities like security or monitoring that support every application and service in BTP, regardless of their specific layer. For example, a single user login service can securely authenticate users for both a database and an application. These foundational tools are essential for building and operating integrated solutions. The phrase includes security, monitoring, and user management. This means foundational services that protect your applications, track their health, and control who can access them. For example, a company uses these to ensure only authorized employees can view sensitive sales data in a custom app. These services are essential for building reliable and secure applications on BTP. Like elevators, security systems, and maintenance in a building. These services are foundational utilities that support all applications and users across the platform. For example, the SAP Identity Authentication Service provides centralized login security for all your SAP solutions. They are essential shared capabilities that every solution relies on to function smoothly and securely. They support everything else in the platform. This means these services provide foundational capabilities that all other BTP applications and tools rely on to function properly. For instance, the Alert Notification Service enables all applications to send alerts when issues arise. Without these cross-cutting services, the entire platform would lack essential shared functionalities. The apartment building analogy. Foundation, IaaS, is equal to building structure and utilities. This means IaaS provides the essential physical and virtual resources, like servers and networks, that everything else runs on. For example, it's like renting the land, framework, and plumbing for constructing a building. Without this solid base, no applications or services can be reliably built or operated. Platform, IaaS, is equal to apartments and common spaces. This means SAP BTP provides the ready-to-use foundation and shared services, like security and databases, so you can focus on building and running your applications without managing the underlying infrastructure. For example, you deploy your app, and BTP handles the servers and scaling automatically. This shared environment makes development faster and more efficient. Business services, SaaS, is equal to furnished apartments. These are ready-to-use applications, so you don't build anything, just move in and start working. For instance, SAP SuccessFactors is a pre-built HR solution for managing employee tasks. This allows companies to focus on their core work without handling technical setup. Cross-cutting is equal to elevators, security, maintenance. These are shared services used by all tenants, not tied to one apartment. In BTP, this includes logging or user authentication, services every app uses. For example, security ensures only authorized users access any application. These foundational services support all solutions uniformly across the platform. Understanding the integration of system layers. Each layer builds on the one below it. This means each higher layer uses the services of the layer beneath it to function. For example, your application layer uses the database services from the persistence layer to store data. This layered approach ensures that every component has a solid foundation to operate upon efficiently. They share common infrastructure and services. This means all layers use the same foundational resources, like security and databases, avoiding duplication. For example, an application layer can securely access the database layer without building its own login system. This unified approach makes development faster and more reliable. You can use services from multiple layers together. This means combining foundational, application, and integration services to build complete solutions. For instance, use SAP HANA for data, SAP Build Apps for the interface, and SAP Integration Suite to connect to other systems. This layered approach enables powerful, custom business applications efficiently. This creates a complete, integrated platform. It means all BTP layers, database, development, and analytics seamlessly connect, so they work as one unified system. For instance, a developer can build an app, securely store its data, and analyze it without switching tools. This integration ensures your solutions are efficient and cohesive from start to finish. Discovering the layers within the BTP cockpit. Open the SAP BTP cockpit in your browser. This means launching the central web interface where you manage all your cloud services. For instance, just like opening your email in a browser to check messages, you access the cockpit to oversee your applications. It's your starting point for navigating and controlling your BTP environment. Notice how services are organized by category. This means the cockpit groups similar services together, like putting all database services in one section to help you find what you need quickly. For instance, all analytics tools are under the analytics category, making them easy to locate. This logical grouping simplifies navigation and accelerates your development work. Look for infrastructure, platform, and business services sections. This means the BTP cockpit organizes services into these three main areas for easy navigation. For example, infrastructure services provide cloud hosting, platform offers development tools, and business services include pre-built solutions. Recognizing these sections helps you quickly locate and manage the specific resources you need for any project. This reflects the architectural layers we just learned. In simple terms, the cockpit's layout mirrors the architecture, showing global accounts, directories, and sub-accounts. For example, a global account might represent your company, with directories for regions and sub-accounts for teams. This structure helps you organize and manage resources effectively across different levels, just as the architecture outlines. Practice, identify the layers. Look at a cloud database service. Which layer? IaaS. This means the provider maintains the database platform while you manage your data. For example, SAP HANA Cloud runs on SAP's infrastructure, but you control your tables and queries. This IaaS model lets you focus on data management without hardware concerns. Find a pre-built analytics app. Which layer? SaaS. This means locating a ready-to-use application that provides analytics, which belongs to the software as a service layer. For example, using SAP Analytics Cloud for instant business reporting without any installation. This approach saves time and resources by utilizing pre-existing solutions. Locate security settings. Which layer? Cross-cutting. This means security is a foundational service that spans all application layers, not just one. For example, when you set up user authentication, it protects your entire solution from the UI down to the database. Therefore, security is integrated across the platform to ensure comprehensive protection. Check compute resources. Which layer? IaaS. This means verifying the physical servers, storage, and networking that SAP BTP runs on, which are managed by the cloud provider. For instance, ensuring you have enough virtual machines to handle your application's workload. This foundational layer supports all other services. Key takeaways from today's presentation. SAP BTP has four main architectural layers. These are foundational building blocks, tools for development, a platform to run applications, services for adding intelligence, and environments for managing data. For example, you can build an app, host it, add AI features, and connect it to your business data. Understanding these layers is essential for effectively using SAP BTP. Each layer serves a specific purpose. This means every level in SAP BTP is designed for distinct tasks, like building blocks. For example, the database layer stores data, while the application layer runs business logic. This clear separation ensures that each part functions efficiently and reliably within the overall system. They work together like an apartment building. This means each SAP BTP service is like a separate apartment, functioning independently but sharing the building's foundational structure, security, utilities, and management. For example, the SAP HANA database and SAP Integration Suite are different services that securely share the same cloud platform. This integrated setup ensures everything runs smoothly and efficiently together. This structure helps you navigate and use the platform effectively. It means the platform is organized logically, so you can find and apply the right tools without confusion. For instance, when building an app, you quickly locate the development area, select necessary services, and start coding. This clear organization saves you time and reduces errors in your projects. You are ready to explore. You now understand SAP BTP's core building blocks. These are the essential services like databases, analytics, and app development tools that you combine to build business solutions. For example, you could use the database service to store customer data and the analytics service to create reports from it. This foundational knowledge prepares you to start building your own applications. You can identify the 4 architectural layers. These are the building blocks of SAP BTP: experience, engagement, orchestration, and data. For example, a mobile app experience connects users to services which process data behind the scenes. Understanding these layers helps you see how applications are structured and function together. You know how they work together. This means understanding how SAP BTP services connect to build complete solutions. For example, using the SAP HANA Cloud database with the SAP Build Apps service to create a custom mobile application. Mastering these connections lets you deliver powerful business applications efficiently. You are ready to start exploring the platform with confidence. This means you now have the foundational knowledge to navigate SAP BTP safely and effectively. For instance, you can log in and experiment with creating a trial account to deploy a simple application. Your new skills ensure you can learn by doing without hesitation.